up, YouTube? Listen, family, it's Sunday night. If you're ready to make some money this upcoming week, let me know down in the comments below. Guys, I got a jam-packed video. I'm going to teach you guys about a stop loss, how to properly place it when some particular commotion may happen, and so you can protect yourself. And then I'm going to teach you guys location. So it's a jam-packed video, but it's one you don't want to miss. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Help the video get at least 1,000 likes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, guys, before I jump into the stop loss on today, all right, we want to quickly look at the SPY, and I want to show you. So we're sitting at 264. Remember this price because we're going to talk about location. 264.18. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at really quickly. Let's go ahead and pull up SCHD, and we are going to, I want you guys to see this. I'm gonna take you under the hood. Okay, you have to know how to protect your profits. All right, we make all this money, but it does no good that when it go up, you make this money, and then the market go down again, you're not having any parameters in place. Okay, so let's look at this SCHD really quickly, sitting at 25.92. Let's look under the hood. Okay, we sitting at 1,540 shares. Look at Coach average costs. So although this has been down, look at this. This has been down how much in the last month? It's been down over 4.5% in the last month, over 5% in the last 3 months. So look at this. Look at this big dip right here. It's down to 24.32. All right, but let's go back and look at this. Coach's average cost is 24.68. You don't get down on yourself. This is a chance to really buy more. Okay, the current price is 25.92. We're still up 5%, which ain't bad. I ain't mad at that. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm not selling this, but I want to teach you. If you have plays that are up, if you have Palantir, if you have plays that's going to go through earnings, if you have Netflix, if you have Meta, if you have any of our winning plays that has took your profits up, okay, you want to do this across all your plays. Go to trade. You want to hit sell. Okay, we're not selling nothing, but we're going to we want to do this. You want to have a limit. You want to have a limit. You can even put a stop limit order on it. Let's look at this. You could put a stop limit. Look at this. So say this comes to, you guys saw my average cost was 24. Okay. Say this comes to 20, let's just say 23.40. Okay, let's say this was our stop price. I'm making sure that I'm locking this number in. Now look at this. That's if it come between either tomorrow at 4 or August 3rd. I'm going to hit August 3rd because you don't never know when the market will crash. You want to have it on for a duration, so even if you forget about it, it still holds you down. This is how Coach does not lose in his portfolio. Don't mean I don't go down like everybody else. It doesn't mean none of that. I go through the same thing everybody else do, but my plays, all the plays that I call out that y'all say hit, when they do come back down, everything that go up got to come back down. I'm always got to look 10 steps ahead. Okay, so even when things are good, I start preparing for the things that go bad. Okay, so look, I got 1,500 shares. Look at the top of this undersell SCHD. I have 1,500 shares. So say I would do something like 750. Now look at this. If it comes to 23.40, I'm going to make sure I'm keeping my losses small. But look, if it comes to 23.40, I'm going to pull out a credit of 17,000. Let me know if you follow this. So if it come to 22.40 or 21.40 or $20, I got $17,000 of dry powder now. I got my money, my profits, okay, or a small loss, however you want to look at it. We're not looking at it as a loss. I can now rebuy it at $20. Now it's going to bring my average cost down. What do we know about the stock market? What do we know about one of the best plays and best ETFs in the market? It will always go back up, okay? So if you do that, then you already know, boom, I got it now at $20. So when it get back to 23, 24, or 25 where it's at now, or the 30s where it fell from, Boom, you're sitting pretty. Let me know if this is understood. You buy whatever you buy, you try to get a good amount so you can sell half and keep half, and then a portion that you sell, you just redeploy it at a lower price at a later date when the stock price fall down. We know it's gonna go back up inevitably. You take 2 steps back to go 3 steps higher. That's how the market works, okay? Let me know if that's understood. Let me know if you guys appreciate that lesson, okay? We getting up out of here. Okay, now we're going to transition to location, okay? Guys, we're going to pop out the charts for this one. I need to make sure you guys understand it. So remember that price I showed you for the SPY. Remember I told you guys, take a look at the SPY. It was 564, okay? So we're going to get this pulled up. I want you guys to see how this go. All right. So boom. We got to find 564. So 564 will be around right here. I want you to, this is called location, okay? I'm going to teach you guys location. Today's lesson is on location. I want to show you how you can change your life knowing your technical analysis and where plays is going. So we at 564. Here goes support number 1. We're going to call that S1, okay? And you see this black line right here? This is our target for this week. They're telling us it's at 573, but we're going to call that resistance 1. So this is your range, okay? You got S1 and you got R1. We at 564. We got support down here at let's just call it, we're gonna just say 550. So here's your range, 573. We are sitting at 564. That's us. And then support is at, we're gonna go ahead and call that 550. Let me know if you see these levels. So from here, if it's a down day, you know you can go down to 560. If you lose 560, you got 555, and then ultimately 550, okay? So that would be how you get your lower targets. If we go up, you know we're going back to 565, 570, and they just telling us we got support at 573, okay? Now let's clean this up so you guys can see what that would look like, okay? You need to understand where you're at in terms of location. We're going to keep that 564 there, and I want you to see everything else. If this was support number 1, if this was resistance, you see this box right here? You're right here, okay? You can play within any range in here. Now I got to clean this up so you guys can see what it would look like. So currently we're right here. We already done gap down $2, okay? So we can gap down to support, boom, and then bounce here to resistance, okay? That's one scenario, okay? We might be gapping down right now, but we might be up in the morning. So you might gap down, it might gap and go. Then it might get rejected and come back down, but then it might stay right here for a minute. You guys see that? So now we created a bottom here. We bounced off the bottom, but now the low is here, trying to make its way back here. Okay, then Fed Powell, he speaks, and he's going to do the rate hike, you know what I'm saying? And so, or rate cut. And if that happens, we can either go higher or that can take us lower, okay? And so point blank period, you need to know where you're at so that you can know how you need to navigate, okay? So if you're in this range, let's just clear this up one last time. If you're in this range, you need to see. Now, typically these lines come back around. Do you see this line right here? It'll come back around like this. So you can come here, you can come all the way to this line, Sometimes you can overshoot a little bit here, but you could come to this line and then boom, work your way up. You got resistance. You're gonna probably get hit resistance. They gonna see what the rate decision be. If it's good and we like it, boom, we blast off. If it's not good, boom, we just go back down, and you will be starting from down here. Okay, listen guys, that's called location. That's one way you can kind of see what range you're in. Okay, so for tomorrow you got an upside target. We just gonna call it 573. I would just tell you 570 to even be safe. I say 568 to 570. I give you a range. Okay, and then to the downside you have about a $5 to $10 range, so that will put you at 554 to 550. Same scenario, but that's just if the market go down. So turn your TVs to CNBC. The news come out Eastern time every day at 10 o'clock, okay, and at 2 o'clock, okay. Some news come out in the morning too at 8:30 Eastern time and all that early stuff, but I'm talking about more news come after that, and they're going to move the market, but they're going to move it. But now you know, if they move it down, coach told me we're going to 555 to 560, okay? That's going to be downside. If they move it down, you got to look. It's not about nothing other than if this, then that. Man, if the market crash at 10 o'clock, coach told me the levels for the SPY. But guess what? The SPY runs the whole market, so your other individual plays will follow. If 10 o'clock come Eastern time, so that might be 9 o'clock for some of you. That might be 6 o'clock for some of you, or 7 o'clock if you're on the West Coast, okay? Measure the time up to where you're at. If it's positive news, okay, then boom, you're going to go from the levels we called out, 564. Now you're going to 568. The real test is 570 because we're ultimately trying to get to 573. They might say 573 for Tuesday, but again, you want to be looking for that so that you can prepare. If there's a rug pull, you know you got your stop loss on. Remember what example I showed you for SCHD, but you do that for all your plays that you want to protect your profits with. So one assignment, everybody go through and put my stop loss on. Make sure I put my stop loss on. Write that in the comments. And that's how you know you protected on half of your shares. You can rebuy them back at a lower price because that's all it's going to do is average your cost down. And then number two, you just preparing and waiting for the news that's going to come out from Fed Powell to see if he crashes the market or if it take it higher. You don't guess, you don't gamble, you don't front run, you react, okay? And that's how you stay ahead of the game. That's how you use technical analysis to crush the game. That is how you ultimately don't miss in this game. Listen, guys, we're going to get up out of here. If you're ready to make some money tomorrow, be in the Discord first thing in the morning. We will crush Tesla. We will crush the SPY. Everybody else, consider joining the money team. We make videos like this every day. So if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stocks using my link below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.